Governor, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Governor.
Good. Hey,
Rainy.
you mentioned there that we'll see if the legislature approves emergency funding for APD. Have you asked for emergency funding?
Well, as you know, what we've done is we've explained to the legislature that we were $174 million in excess of where the budget was. That we were concerned that we were going to run out of money, and that would have a dramatic impact on the individuals that this agency is trying to take care of, those with disabilities. And we've told the legislature where we are, and we came up with the emergency order to solve the short-term problem. And so we have a choice. The legislature will either provide us the funding or we'll continue with this executive order. If they provide us the funding, then we'll withdraw the executive order and be able to go back in the rates that we're paying providers. The other thing we've got to do is we've got to make sure this doesn't continue. As we all know, this was the worst year, being $174 million over, but it's been going on since the agency started. And so we've got to come up with a funding mechanism and a management team that's going to make sure we take care of this very vulnerable group of people, but also make sure we live within our means.
Do you think historically it just has been underfunded? Is that why it winds up in red ink?
I think that we've got to make sure that we take care of this group as well as we can. Think about how we can do it with great care, with great compassion, but make sure that we don't waste taxpayers' money. So as we go through and look at the funding for this agency, that's what we'll be doing.
Governor, you're coming up on 100 days. Then everyone else is going to grade you. How would you grade yourself?
When is 100 days?
Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday. Okay.
How would you grade yourself, and either talk about frustrations or where you maybe didn't get done what you wanted to get done?
First off, I enjoy what I'm doing. I care about people. I ran for governor because I believe in this country and in this state, and I believe that we need to make sure that we do the best we can of taking care of the citizens of this state and live within our means. So the things that the thing that's interesting is you'd like everything to happen faster than it does. You'd like to be, whatever the issue you're dealing with, you'd like it to be resolved faster. And it's a process, probably a good process, but that's what probably one thing you do learn.
Governor, how close are you to selling Solantic? And if you do sell it, how do you avoid the potential perception of a conflict if the new owner bids on and receives state contracts?
Sure. Since I was elected last November 2nd, I've been in the process of looking to sell Solantic. So, as you in business, nothing's done until it's done. So, hopefully, I'll get that done promptly. I don't intend for them to Solantic to enter into state contracts.
Was it a concern about a conflict that first made you consider selling it back in November?
It's just an issue of how I spend my time. I mean, I'm this is more than a full-time job, and so I'm not spending my time on any on business, and so.
This pill mill legislation that you've been brought in on, General Bondi has presented it this morning at a House committee. Are you supportive of that legislation that's moving ahead?
Well, I think with regard to the pill mills, I mean, this is a major issue for our state. We have a lot of individuals dying every day, so we have to take this seriously. The answer to solving this is a law enforcement answer. As you know, organize a strike force. That strike force is active. It's going to be successful. It's using state resources, both dollars and people, to work with sheriffs and police chiefs all across the state to target individuals that are illegally distributing legal drugs and other drugs. So I'm very confident that's going to happen. With regard to legislation, I'm very supportive of legislation that prevents those that write prescriptions from dispensing those drugs in their offices. On top of that, they should not be able to own pharmacies. And so And we have the opportunity, and we should focus on how do we stop the distribution of these drugs across the state. Have a great day.
That's all we have time for. Thank